And here we go. Oh, crickets are here to join us for this art stream. Of course, now they're loud. As soon as I forget they exist, that's when they're noisy. That's when it's noisy time. It also is now drawing time. So here we go. Oh my goodness, and I'm drawn from a brand new chair. We're going to see how this chair is. I had to get a new chair because the old one was honestly kind of falling apart. Or at least the armrests were. They were just disintegrating under me. So I'm like, oh crap. I can't have disintegrating armrests. These are eventually just going to come right off. So I'm going to have to get a new chair. So I did. And we will see how this one is. It's pretty expensive, so it better work. Meanwhile, we got Susie being enthusiastic. Anyways, if you come by for some art stuff, say hello. And I will know that you are there. And that's always a good feeling. Yeah. I don't remember this remix I have. Like, wait, which one is this? I must have added this one recently. Oh. But I've got a giant backlog of doodle asks to do. Ask doodles? I don't know what I'm calling them. Just doodles. From asks. Doodle ask doodles. We got a giant backlog of those to get through. So that's what we're trying to do today. Might do one little color thing with my persona, but for the most part just going to be doing line work on these roughs that I've already done. I think next time we might be tackling something a little bit different than the usual comic stuff, because I don't think I'll have any comic things ready by next time. But we'll see. Maybe I will. Just have a little bit of free time, so I gotta use it while I can. It'll be gone before long. Especially as looks like work stuff is gonna be lasting a while, which is good, because nice to have regular work stuff to do. It also means not much time to do non-work art. Non-work art. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hope these come out okay. I feel like when I was drawing them, they, I don't know, I felt like I was having a bit of a bad art day. I was like, I don't know if I like these. But hopefully they'll be passable. Especially for just doodle stuff. They shouldn't have to be stressful. It's just always annoying when it's like, you're doing stuff and you're like, this doesn't feel right. I hate that. Gotta know what to do. Ralsei's glasses on a separate layer. See, squish. I feel like his proportions are off somehow. It's the ears, isn't it? I'll say it's your silly floppy ears. All their silly floppiness. Shouldn't do that. Susie, you boop too hard. too hard for us. Soft little guys like, or I'll say. You must learn to boop softer, Susie. Fill in the eyes too. Surprise boop attack. He's got his big sad eyes. Probably should make this the green for his glasses, actually. I have 5 layers to do this. It's gonna be a lot. Hopefully that'll be enough doodles to last me a while. I'm not quite sure on the lumbar support of this chair so far. It said you can adjust the lumbar support. I haven't quite worked out how. It's supposed to slide up and down, but I haven't figured out how to do that. I tried it, but it wasn't quite working. Which is important. That's where the back is. It's a little Rouse Pikmin. Like a little soot sprite guy. Good grief, it's been forever since I've seen that movie. I should watch that again. What if Flowey was a Pikmin? I'm sure somebody's done that before. Somebody has to have done that before. I cannot be the first person to have just thought of that. Just a little guy. Like a little wood sprite. Leave him be to his silly nature devices. Never actually played any Pikmin. Yeah, little baby younger Chris. Okay. Me when I was 6 years old at some point, probably. Unfortunately. More Timmy and Cannon stuff. Timmy songs are so cute. Asriel having a rough time. It's like, oh geez, what? It's always really fun to draw, like, hello, hello. Well, I see your chat, so I assume Twitch is not broken and people just don't like me today. Not much chat going on. But thank you for coming. Unless you can't see or hear me. In which case, that's a problem. But I think everything's working. So it's just chat's quiet. Anyways, it's very fun to do characters with absolutely insane expressions. Just stuff you would not really see in the wild. That is quite possible. Folks, oh, excuse me. Bleh, a bit of a cough there. Oh. Yes, it is quite possible that folks are out doing stuff for Father's Day. And I need to call my dad today. I'll probably do that in the evening. Once he's hopefully done with all the stuff he's gonna do. Because I imagine he's kind of busy right now too. Also assuming that he's feeling better, because the last time I talked to him earlier in the week, he was sick. I'm like, no! Stay and rest! He's like, oh, but this weekend we're gonna go out and do social stuff. I'm like, no! You need rest. So hopefully he listened to my advice and is better. Although I definitely understand that thing of like, I can't be sick. I have stuff to do. So I'm just going to ignore the being sick part and try and do the stuff, even though I shouldn't. You always need somebody else to yell at you and be like, no! Don't do it! Just, I guess, when you're in the middle of stuff, all you see is the stuff that you have to get done, and to other people, you're like, who cares about the stuff that has to get done? I'm worried about you as a person. I'm just not going to realize that. Hello, hello, thank you for coming, even for passing by. So we have poor Asriel here having a time. Ah. I hope that your day is going well. It's all wet and gloomy out today, but it'll probably be sunny the rest of the week, so that's okay. I always appreciate you stopping by. Also, for some reason I cannot for the life of me figure out what angle to draw this stupid bed at, and even now I'm pretty certain I did it wrong. But oh well, we will deal. It's hard to do that secondary one. Hopefully it's doing its job well. I'm a little bit concerned about the lumbar support part. I don't know how to adjust it. Well, it says to adjust it by sliding it up and down, but I haven't been able to do that. Also, when I was putting it together, for a long time I could not figure out how to put the wheels on it. Because I'm like, these wheels keep sliding out. And it's like, oh, I have to really stick them in hard. That's how it is. I thought it was like a screw-in thing, but it was a slot-in thing. But I figured it out eventually. It's all kind of hard plastic wire mesh stuff, so hopefully it at least has proper support. Honestly, what I need is like a shorter desk. I need a desk that, because like I'm a short person, so I need a desk that like is a little bit shorter, but that I can adjust to make shorter, so that I can also like keep my chair a little shorter and then keep my feet flat on the floor. That would be nice. I have not drawn Spamton very much, I realize. He's just a little guy with weird little... Does he have feet? Mm-hmm. He has tippy toes. I found him a creepy guy. Yes, standing desks are also really useful. I used to have one of those at work, and that you could like at least have a standing attachment for the Cintiq, so I could use it standing up or sitting down, and that was pretty nice. Hey, as long as it's comfortable, that's what matters. They also had some gaming chairs at Staples, but this is the one I went for. Maybe I should have gone for the gaming chair. But I don't know, I tried this one and I'm like, oh, this feels kind of nice. I guess I'll go for it. Sucks you practically have to have, like, chairs tailored to you nowadays. You need a proper chair and desk tailor. Same way you do for clothes. Can at least do heights okay on this chair. But yeah, I'm not sure why I can't get the lumbar thing in the back going a certain way. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Honestly, I would have kept using the work chair I had. It's just, again, the armrests, they had kind of like this, they had like this padded plasticky thing. All the plastic kind of broke apart and has just been crumbling to pieces over the last, like, I don't know, half a year. And it's getting to the point where the foam is coming out of it, and there's not going to be an armrest there for long. So I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I have to get a new chair. Fine. This is a chair that I originally got from work back when the pandemic started. They're like, do you want us to send the work chair to you now that you're working from home? And I was like, yes. And I did, and I never sent it back. But they never asked for it back either, so who cares? Yeah, they do kind of look like race car seats. It's a little funny. Yeah, you gotta be careful with stuff. But remember, always do your stretches too. Best way to deal with that stuff is to not do the repetitive motion as much. Take breaks. All that. That's why I do my stretch break all the time. I don't know if I have Kane's character down very well. I've only watched Digital Circus once. I've seen both episodes, but I've not done repeat viewings of them. Okay, let's do a little bit of shadies. What I need is a keyboard I can reach better. Oh, I like mechanical keyboards, actually. Mechanical keyboards, I think, are a lot better because you get a lot more haptic feedback than you do with a, you know, touchscreen or something like that, or all that kind of stuff. So honestly, they might be a little bit better for you than the more modern quote-unquote stuff. I mean, I'm not a scientist, so I might be wrong on that, but... At least to me, I've always preferred mechanical keyboards. They always feel a little bit better. Yeah, it's just noisy. And I kind of like the noise. It's also pretty useful. Oh, foot sprite Rouse here, kind of. They didn't used to be so expensive. There was a time in the long ago time when they were not as expensive. It does not require extra muscle. I'll just say that. It does not require extra muscle. You just tappity tappity tappity. And everything is happity. Like the keys aren't heavy. They are pretty light plastic. They are just gives better feedback. I think most gamer types probably use mechanical keyboard just because, again, that haptic feedback is better. It's important. Yeah, you can get heavy ones, but there's perfectly fine light ones. I guess you do a little bit. I haven't used a laptop very often, so I pretty much only try and use mechanical keyboards if I can. I'm not fond of flat ones or stuff like that. I like the feeling of my fingers touching an actual thing. Then I know the actual thing is happening. Probably. This stuff is shockingly important. In fact, the stuff beyond your main senses is probably why VR probably will never take off beyond niche uses. Yeah, I like the mechanical ones. They feel better on my fingers. Yeah, clickety clackety. I should probably do Spamton's little... Does he have pink on the right or pink on the left? I guess I can look it up because I don't remember. I don't recall. Where's the thing? Right, I was looking at Task Manager yesterday because I gotta do a thing. I hate fandom. Not fandom is a thing. I hate the wiki site. Okay, pink's on the left. Well, screen left. I wish all the wikis would move away from fandom as a resource because it's so aggravating just trying to like look up something and it's just like, here's 50 million ads in your face. Directly into your eyeballs. Well, all keyboards started as mechanical. So, you didn't have a choice in the matter. Oh, forgot on that. Yeah, I imagine that's the problem, is that it takes a lot of energy. Blech, takes time and effort. And they're counting on that. That's the annoying part. They're counting on you not having the time and energy to fix it. Okie dokie. Ooh, we already got one down. Let's move on to the next one. Well, I gotta stop soon for summertime line. Gotta stop soon for my stretch. Well, poaching doesn't sound very good. I would not like that. Ugh. Ain't that always the way? It's like, well, we don't do our service better than others, but we do steal from people who do and do it faster, and therefore we win. Ah! Yeah, I'm also sure they made it hard to delete stuff. For obvious reasons. Poaching, otherwise known as plagiarism. Plagiarism in YouTube. The James Somerton method. Popsicles! I got myself a cooler yesterday, so now I can have popsicles for my birthday. Even if we can't have them by the pool, apparently. Darn. Let everybody vandalize the wiki before you leave. Take that. Man, I'm trying to remember what we used back in the day, because when I was playing in RPs, like big jam jar RPs, we would make wikis for the RPs, but we didn't use fandom. We were using a different platform, and I can't remember what it is now. Maybe just Wikia? Yeah. What was that platform called? I know because I had admin purposes, or, not admin purposes, but administrative abilities on that wiki. So sometimes I've gotten you haven't used the wiki in a while, we're gonna delete it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot the passwords. I'm glad Hollow Knight moved over too. Somebody should. Maybe someday we'll get lucky and Undertale Deltarune will also make the switch. Somebody with a lot of time can get to that. Susie tries to eat every popsicle at once. It doesn't quite work. Maybe someday I'll play Hollow Knight, but I'm kind of intimidated by it. Did UTY move over? Let me see here. No, at least the one I'm looking at is on fandom, unless there's another one I don't know about, which is entirely possible. But the one I found is still on fandom, so. Okay, then I'll have to try and find that one. Did they, like, start it on fandom and then change it? And I just didn't know. Oh, she can eat those popsicles. They're just giving her brain freeze. Which is hard to deal with no matter what. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of that version, though, and then try and find the other one. That's on wiki.gg or whatever? Okay. He's like, I'm gonna eat every popsicle. You can't stop me. I've not even noticed. Because usually when I'm going to a wiki, I'm going for like an image reference for drawing. So I'm not paying close attention to the articles. But if that's the case, then there might be some missing or incorrect image stuff too. Goodness knows we have that problems to deal with all the time. I really should just get in the habit of like creating my own reference materials instead of relying on the internet all the time, because who knows, stuff can vanish and all that. But I've gotten too used to just, well, I'm gonna image search the thing I need to look up. Here I go. Yeah, the whole having to migrate sites for your fandom stuff feels like the days of LiveJournal. Yep, Susie's getting brain frozen. It's not Noelle's fault. Susie did this to herself. She's like, I'm gonna look so cool and cool down by eating 50 popsicles at once. Oh boy. Wiki fights. Ugh, I've had my picture show up sometime in, like, I don't know, Encyclopedia Dramatica or something. Hopefully that's gone. Maybe, maybe not. I have not bothered to check because ain't that an internet sensation that can go and die. Squiggly. Okay. It is time for a stretch break. As one does. Making pretty good progress already. But we're also just trying to, like, get through some doodles. I have not had brain freeze in a long time, but I also haven't eaten, like, popsicles or ice cream too fast in a long time. Used to always be a thing you would, like, do as a kid, I guess. You're just like, I'm gonna eat this popsicle really fast. No regret. Yelfies, you're still out. You're watching. Ooh, stretch. Stretchy stretch. Ooh, what kind of ice cream sandwich? That sounds good. I need to figure out what popsicles I'm going to get for my birthday. Popsicle, ice cream sandwiches. Good stuff. I feel like we used to have ice cream sandwiches all the time. Those are like a regular dessert we could get. Not as often. I should get some more of those. They're pretty good. Alright, be right back for one more stretch. Be right back for the girl. Okay. And we're back to it. Okay, nice. So your basic ice cream sandwich. Sometimes they get fancy. Oh, there was this one place I went to. It used to be close to where I was going to therapy, and so I haven't been there since I've been back to that. But it was like a ice cream sandwich place where basically it was like an ice cream paired with a cookie, so you could get some really, really good combos of ice cream and cookies. Like, you got your classic stuff where you can get, like, chocolate chip and chocolate, or chocolate chip and vanilla. You can get, like, lemon cookie and strawberry ice cream, or I don't know. I don't remember all the options, but they were really good. I like cookies and ice cream together. She's always so impressed with my Susie's antics, including her ice cream eating antics. Should probably make sure I get these things up while summer is still going on. I think I've gotten more used to drawing Noelle with 4 fingers instead of hooves. Those are good. There was like a snickerdoodle and something ice cream, or I don't remember all the kinds. But they were really good. Maybe they got ice cream stuff and popsicles and etc. at the hometown festival, whatever's going on with that. Tie behind your hair sort of thing. She's so cool. She is the coolest. Everybody knows it. Even Newbert. I gotta figure out a way somehow to do an Eldritch version of those little solo cup guys. Basking Susie! Here she is doing an Alfie's pose. As in the lizard, not the Undertale character. You stick your head up real tight towards the sun. I'd be down for more Susie doing reptilian things. Yeah, reptiles basking are so cute. They just lay there and their heads are up high and they're like, "Ugh, I gotta get me my sunshine." Also, I like giving Susie extra freckles. She deserves them. Like, I wouldn't mind maybe expanding this one to a color version sometime, if I had the time for it. My shorts are on fire! With her little tail. Lizard Susie Truther. I think she is a dragon personally, but since dragons are mythological, we can give them whatever traits we want, including some lizard stuff. On the next page we have Shedding Skin Susie, so even more can't talk. Even more Lizard Susie stuff going on. Oh, hello, thank you for the raid. Hope that your own stream went well. And thank you for coming. We're doing doodles and stuff today. Hello, hello. Yeah. I'll go back for the shading later. Yeah, I have my reasons for thinking she's a dragon. So, some of them, you know, evidence from the game itself. Some of them thematic. There's no reason why dragons can't also do basking and shedding. No reason why we can't have that. Yeah, reason one, that's cool. That is a totally valid reason. Dragons are cool. That's what I spent like my childhood drawing. Practicing how to draw? Nope, it's dragon drawing time. It's gonna be that way all the way to middle school, probably. Well, actually, when I was first drawing, when I was like 6 years old, there was a lot of fish and sharks and dolphins and stuff like that. And that was when I was a really little kid. Then when I got older, it was dragons, 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 dragons. Noelle does think dragons are cool. She's cool because she's a dragon. Pokemon. Also, I think she's a dragon because then all the jokes around the book, how to draw dragons, make way more sense. The mauve dragon on the front is dressed immodestly. Asriel is never returning this book. Meanwhile, Susie's like, man, I saw your search history and that shit was wild. Yeah, I had like a whole, when I was, oh, how old was I? I don't know, probably 12 or something like that. I had this giant, like, you know, soap opera with dragons and all the mythological creatures. There was, you know, griffins too, and also dire wolves and, you know, goblins and etc. Whole universe. There's like 7 different kinds of dragons. There's like, here's the fire dragons, here's the water dragons, here's the plant ones and the earth ones and the moon dragons and all that stuff. Yeah, she might have set fire to the cake. Asriel's never returning that book. The dragons are simply too hot. But now I really do want Susie to meet Asriel to just be like, what was up with your search history, dude? Well, most learning how to draw stuff is just copying it until you don't need to copy it anymore. That's how a lot of the stuff you learn when you're a kid. On Susie's older brother. Gasp. The scandal of it all. Get out of here, Intel driver and support assistant. Mostly what I kind of just want and expect is that, you know, this town has built up Asriel as, oh, he's just the coolest, nicest guy ever. He's this perfect guy. And then it turns out, no, he was a little bit of a weirdo and a dork and, you know, had normal flaws. But we can't have that. Yeah. Well, the object is to steal the book, and whether or not you get something from it, that's your own business. Or not steal the book, sell the book. Did I have any how to draw books? Actually, no. When I was growing up, I had a how to draw animals book. Yeah, Asriel's like, oh, Asriel's the one who's going to make it out of the small town. He's going to be, like, literally, the Caddy's dad is like, oh, your brother's going to go off to school and be a big shot. So, everybody's expecting Asriel to, like, oh, he's going to, you know, do cool things and make it. And it's like, he's just going to be a weird and, you know, kind of silly and not necessarily the best guy, but, you know, not a bad guy. I think stuff like, hey, he, you know, clearly cared about Chris and gave Chris the Chris the, you know, regular controller and he used the knockoff controller is a sign that he cared. But also that he was not a perfect guy. But now there's this kind of mythology that's built up around, oh, what a perfect guy he was. He was so good in the choir. He was so nice. He's not allowed to just be a guy. He was just a guy all along. This stuff is probably all going to be very weird outside of the context of the asks, but oh well. You get no context. Alright, thanks a bunch for coming by, and I hope that your day is good. Appreciate you being here for as long as you are. Alright, let's see what we can cover here. At least we're tearing through these pretty quick. There's a little blue thing in the background or something. Just a little bit of flavor. A raspberry pie. Like one that you eat? Or are we talking about something? Oh, are we talking about like the computer thing? Because I heard that there's like I don't know, some computer thing, Raspberry Pi, that's actually supposed to be pretty good. It's for like Wi-Fi stuff, right? Okay. I don't remember how it works, but it's supposed to be like a pretty nice thing to have for your computer. I think it's like not essentially a really weak computer. Is it like an extra server or something like that? Like, what's it for? Basking in the sun. She's getting her UV rays. It runs Linux. No, that could be useful, honestly. That could be a nice, useful thing. Something to control robots? Yeah, that could be useful. Just kind of like a side computer if you need an extra computer for whatever purposes. But not something you're actually using, just extra computing power. She's getting sunshine. AI image farm. I can't wait for AI bubble to die. They're already like, hey, maybe we'll just charge you to use it. And I'm like, okay, but why would anybody do that? We already don't want it. Here, please pay to use the thing that you don't want to use. No. I don't want that. This is not helpful to me. It's supposed to be armor. Okay. That's quite a bit of stuff. We can go ahead and erase it. No, not with that one. No. Well, I am waiting for the hype machine to die and the bubble to pop on that. So I'm like, you all have done this to us before. It's like, you have to do crypto. It's the future. You have to do the metaverse. It's the future. You have to do NFTs. They're the future. And I'm like, in none of these cases has that been true. I don't believe you. Promise me I won't have to pay my workers, and after I fire them, I'm supposed to pay you? Yeah, seriously. Tech bros be rent-seeking. They be rent-seeking so bad. Please, the investment capital only goes so far. Yeah, I just want the big market of it to die. I want people to stop shoving it onto our machines when we don't want it. I want people to stop being like, you know, I don't know. It probably just needs to be regulated to heck and back, because another big problem is it's like, here, we made a machine that creates bullshit. We're going to put it into the internet as much as possible during a time when we already have to deal with a lot of bullshit. This will make things better. This is good for humanity. I'm like, well, why do we have to subject ourselves to the machine that makes up lies? That's stupid. No, okay. There. I suspect it's gonna pop for the same reasons the other previous stuff popped. One, it's too expensive to maintain, and two, not enough people are going to, you know, want to buy it. Teefs! The popsicle version of Chubby Bunny. Maybe. She's like, hey, guys, guess how many popsicles I can fit in my mouth. And she cannot stop now because she cannot admit this was a bad idea. She's like, no, we're gonna keep going. And of course, this is fine because both Chris and Noelle are just like, she's so cool. This is so impressive. She's the best. You don't need to prove yourself, Susie. Your friends already like you. They already think you're cool. Cool like popsicles. We like Big Susie Teefs. And so does Noelle. She's like, heck yeah, Teefs. I gotta see more of them Teefs. I gotta look over the newest girl journal entry again for reasons. So I want to start on that other project sometime this week, probably tomorrow, if I have the time, which I should. So many projects to do and so little time. Yes, from the Spamton sweepstakes. Do you know that one, right? The live journal entry that Noelle makes about Susie and Chris. I'm sure it's not. Yeah, so that one. I need to track that down again. For reasons. I used to use LiveJournal all the time. That was my primary thing. That's where I did all my RP was on LiveJournal. I miss it. It was good. LiveJournal was good stuff. She is getting her rays. Her rays of the sun. I'm not sure. I mean, the thing says it's like 2020X or whatever. But I think one of the things is that is clear about Deltarune is that there is a theme of nostalgia there. And for a lot of adults, LiveJournal is nostalgic. Like, a lot of the stuff that came up with the Spamton sweepstakes was like, oh, this is like internet and TV nostalgia. The You're the Man Now Dog websites, all the LiveJournal stuff, and some other internet things, like, those are all big nostalgic things. So honestly, something I'm excited for chapter 3 is I want to be hit with like the craziest like 90s TV nostalgia. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Oh, wait, no, I think that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the newest girl one. Yes, I hope that's true. I hope it's true. That just seems like the kind of thing Noelle would do. Is that she would write little fanfics about her and Susie. This seems a very Noelle thing. Yeah, newest girl. That was the one. That was the one I needed. Okay, Susie's getting her rays and getting the freezies. Ah, yes. Tricks. I want to get some of those for my birthday, but I don't know if they're selling it right now, which is too bad. I want some. Actually, what I have, the cereal that I have nostalgia for is Berry Berry Kicks. They don't make it anymore. I'm so sad. I want the Berry Berry Kicks. Where has it gone? It's gone forever. That's what I had when I was a kid. Berry Berry Kicks. I'm not a fan of Fruity Pebbles myself. I feel like it turns to mush really fast. I remember Alphabets. Wait, did they have marshmallows in them? There must have been a kind with marshmallows and a kind without, because I don't think I like the marshmallows in them. I usually would get them without marshmallows. Did they not make Alphabets anymore? Are Alphabets gone? No. What has happened to the cereal of my youth? Where have you gone, cereal? You've been consolidated, subsumed into some cereal empire? Because it was Post that made Alphabets, right? I feel like it was Post. Alphabets. I had forgotten all about those. Yeah, I don't like the mush, but I do like Trix, because Trix isn't likely to get as mushy, and it still has that nice fake fruit flavor. Fruit Loops is okay, but the Canadian Fruit Loops, I think they're a little less sugar in them, so they're not quite the same. What happened to Alphabets? What? No! Alphabets! Why did they discontinue you? Why did they do that? Berry Kicks, now Alphabets? Come on. Okay, that's what I hope for in chapter 3. I want them to reference like cereal commercials from the 90s and how absolutely wild those would get. They were practically like their own shows with like continuity and stuff. And it's like, oh no, so-and-so has stolen the Captain Crunch. Will we get it back? Tune in next time. When is next time? I don't know. Keep watching TV, you dumb kids. Maybe you'll see it. I've never had Monster cereal. But now I just want references to like weird cereal commercials in Deltarune Chapter 3. Please give those to me. I want like... Oh yeah, the old Capri Sun commercials. Those were really weird. Like those old, oh goodness. Suddenly I'm forgetting the name. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those had some weird cereals. Mostly, I just want like a reference to like Apple Jacks because of Chris, and it's like they don't taste like apple. Something with Chris and tasting like apple. It would be funny. Chris, why do you taste like apple, but the Apple Jacks don't? Legends of the Hidden Temple. I would love that. Give me my Nickelodeon game shows. The Legends of the Hidden Temple kicked ass. Chris, you have to put together the Silver Monkey. Chris, no, that's not the way it goes. Capri Sun? It's Capri Sun. That's silly. Like everybody's like, oh, who's gonna be the secret boss of Chapter 3? Is there gonna be a Snowgray with Toriel? I'm like, who cares? Are you going to do Legends of the Hidden Temple? Are you going to have a Capri Sun or Apple Jacks commercial? These are the things that matter. Will the Fun Gang get slimed if they say I don't know? These are the real questions. Or else they will be like, ew, and Chris and Susie will both be like, heck yeah, slime, that's awesome. Are there apples in the dark world? I don't know. Maybe there's dark apples. I couldn't resist putting in the joke. Although, yeah, how Susie knows what apples taste like. I don't know. Maybe there's dark apples. Maybe she's found a previous apple demon. Maybe there's evil apples somewhere in the dark world that she's had. Take your pick. I started drawing Deltarune Chris's armor, actually. I gotta stop that. Actually, what else I gotta do is take a little stretch break here. Evil apple lore. Are there evil apples in the dark world? Dark apples? They need to be like one of those, fake posts that goes around and it's like, this is Alexandria's apple. It's purple and it has no seeds, and if you eat it, you can see in the dark, and like all this other dumb stuff. The apple tastes like different things to different people. It's sweet if you eat it in the summer, and it's bitter if you eat it in the winter. How does it do that? We don't know. It's just a dark apple. And then the Bad Apple anime opening starts playing in the background. How is she getting iPhones and other Apple products in Deltarune? There's not even electricity. Oh heck, thorn apples. Do they also taste like apple, but also they're poisonous and spiky sea urchins? Why would you call something an apple if it's like, also this is spiky and poisonous and will kill you? And again, why do we call pineapples pineapples? They are neither pines nor apples. Like all points in time, don't worry about it. Is that how Birdley knows what video games are? I don't know. Yeah, I'd say if you have poison apple, maybe that's where poison apples came from in fairy tales. We have this stuff that was a medicine, but actually it was the poisonous apple. Alright, I will be right back for one more stretch. And all that. Girl, you're still down. Yeah, no. Okay, I am returning to the drawers. Ugh. Getting some water too. But yeah, one thing I'm looking forward to seeing in future updates, but also something I don't think gets discussed very much is the concept of nostalgia in Deltarune. I feel like there's quite a bit of it. Like even just on we have the nostalgic kind of computer stuff from Chapter 2. We're probably going to get some TV stuff in Chapter 3. And at least when I was apple flavored Oreos. I've never seen those. Fascinating. Let's see. I think I'll do Do frozen colors for our frozen chicken friend. And and like even in chapter 1, when they finished the whole experience, and they're like, "Oh, did that really happen with all the stuff, all the toys there?" One of my first thoughts was like, "Oh, this is like games I would play with my little brother when I was a kid." Like, I immediately got hit with this nostalgia of like how me and my little brother used to just like get out all of our random toys, and we would just assign them good and bad stuff. And it's like, yeah, this bath toy of an Apatosaurus, he's the king of the bads now. And I don't know. I'm curious what future chapters will do to also invoke nostalgia. Like, I'm expecting certainly a church chapter, because I've definitely got church nostalgia. Even Toby, talked about one of his newsletters stuff that he would do in church, and I'm like, oh, that's like nostalgia for me with my church. So I'm expecting some stuff like that. But I wonder what the other locations. What those will be like. Let's see. And even then, I feel like part of what's going on with Deltarune is that it is trying to evoke a nostalgia for Undertale, which is going to be a little bit different than like nostalgia that I experience, because I've been an adult through all of that, so I don't have quite the same nostalgic feelings about Undertale that I do about like stuff from long ago. But I bet you that's going to make more of a difference to like younger players who played who played Undertale like as little kids, and now they're like teens and young adults. Oh, I don't know that one. That sounds kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think the issue is that might be kind of unavoidable. I mean, Toby did say that, hey, this is specifically for people that have played Undertale, which we are coming up on the 10-year anniversary of. And again, while I don't think there's going to be much nostalgia for that for adults, for little kids that have played it when they were kids, that probably will feel kind of nostalgic. Yeah, although in my case, I guess I have nostalgia for some 70s music, 'cause that's what my parents would play. They would play, folk rock from the 70s, like Mamas and the Papas and the Eagles, a little bit of Beatles as well, but some other stuff as well. I'm forgetting the name. Fleetwood Mac. We had some Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, I definitely like. The thing with Undertale is I can see that taking place anywhere, and I personally headcanon Mount Ebott as being in like Ireland. But for Deltarune, this feels like a pretty American setting. More so than Undertale did. Like, yeah, the 50s diner and the kind of pizza place that maybe has a mascot with it, that's really not something you see that often in other countries. That's a pretty American thing. But it's got, that beautiful, forest around, the seasonal forest surrounding it. So I can see it's like an East Coast thing. There's not much of that on the West Coast. Irish Undyne. I don't think all of the monsters are Irish. I just think Mount Ebott is in Ireland. That is my personal headcanon for where the mountain is located. Assuming that Undertale does not have just like entirely made up countries. Which is possible, but I don't know if it's necessary. They have anime, which means they probably at least have Japan. All Undertale monsters are Irish. You heard it here first. They retconned out Florida. Leonida. Is that like an alternate history sort of thing going on? It is always fun to be like, and then Florida vanished. What happened to it? We don't talk about that. That's the secret forbidden country that Siffrin is from. That we can't talk about. Florida. Florida madness. In the book I just finished listening to, there was a character named Florida. Just like the state. I don't know. I wonder that too. How does Sunderplane work? Please answer my questions on what is going on with Sunderplane. Like, did some monsters be like, I'm a plane now. We've invented aviation, even though, like, pretty sure aviation didn't exist when the monsters were trapped underground. Is it just like convergent evolution? How did that work? What is happening? Wasn't that a David Cronenberg movie? They had like a biological gun that shot teeth. I think that's where they got the idea from. The only problem is teeth would not make very good bullets. They'd kind of shatter. I mean, they'd hurt, but I don't think that's the same as like an actual bullet. But did the SCP gun like yell or something when it shot teeth? I was like, ow! Ow! My teeth! Now I haven't heard of that SCP. Now I'm literally wondering, did they get their idea from the David Cronenberg movie? They had the gun that shot teeth. I would hope so too, if the gun evolved. I don't know. I think in the movie it was implied that it's like the gun is bioengineered to be like flesh and to shoot teeth, so that like, you know, a metal detector is not going to get it. It just looks like more flesh on something, but I don't know. I think it's just supposed to be scary, because holy crap, look at this bio gun and it shoots teeth like bullets. Organic arm cannon, the original Half-Life that shot bees. See, I think bees would be better than like teeth, because you're not treating the bees like bullets. You're just be like, release the bees using this cannon, and then the bees will be like, ah, I'm angry. No bee cannon. And then we had more bee powers in BioShock eventually. We all just secretly wish, man, wouldn't it be neat if we had a weapon that you know, sent bees after our opponents. Why they always pick bees? Why not wasps? Those would be scarier. Hornets. I'm going to be just like my report card, Agent Phoenix, covered in bees. Covered in bees. Why is covered in bees always funny? I can't explain it. I like my coffee like I like my men. Covered in bees! I expect you to die. Uh-oh. That seems like an exceptionally dumb thing to do. I know what I'll do. I'll poke this thing full of angry animals. Very precariously. Maybe kids are a little bit better about that. There was some kids in the park, and they were kind of, you know, being dumb kids and chasing the ducks. And then when they got to the geese, one of the kids was like, "No, we shouldn't attack the geese. They can bite. They can get you." Oh, ouch! Oh no, thorns and wasps all at once. Ah. That is true. That is very true. They're like, well, I'll just do this dumb thing. I don't know it's dumb. All I know is I'm not supposed to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Then you're like, oh no, the thing is dumb. Ah, the consequences of my actions. Well, as long as it's not like my girl and have the kid be allergic to bees or something like that, then it's not so funny. Slight Deltarune break for some jacks from the amazing digital circus. His limbs are very long. And yet I still draw them too long. I mean, I guess that's true. When you're a kid, you don't know why things are stupid. All you know, we're like, don't do that. Or you're like, well, I'm going to find out for myself why I shouldn't do that. And then you find out and you're like, oh, that's why I shouldn't do that. Oh no. No. I feel like if you're approaching angry insects, the thing you want to do is not draw attention to yourself. I actually don't know what you would do in the case of angry insects, aside from cover yourself and try and move very quietly. The deadly bees. What do you do about angry insects? I don't know. It's their space now, I guess. I've actually never been stung by a bee. And that kind of worries me because I'm like, am I allergic to bees? I don't know. I've never been stung. I have stayed the heck away from bees as much as I can. No shade to bees, but I'm like, please, I do not want to share space with you. Please do your bee business elsewhere, away from me. I am not a flower. You cannot pollinate me. Yeah, I'm okay with like the big black, you know, the big bees that don't really sting. Like bumblebees, I don't think they really sting often either, and they're really cute and big and fuzzy. They don't usually come in big swarms. But even honeybees, I'm like, honeybees, I recognize you are very important to the environment. You are good little helper, guys. Please don't do your helping near me. I will leave the area. Oh, geez. That's scary. Yeah, you should not be attacked if it's like, this was an honest mistake! Oh, ouch. Oh, ow. Owie, 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 owie. I hope I never get stung, because again, I don't know if I'm allergic or not. I guess the advantage of messing with bees when you're a kid is you find out, am I allergic to bees? I'll find out. But I don't know, because I've never messed with bees. Susie Angie. About the only thing I think I still have scars from is chicken pox. When I was a kid, I got chicken pox super badly. It was really awful. And that's because I got it before they had a vaccine for it. So nowadays I'm like, heck yeah, I'm glad there's a chickenpox vaccine. Please take it. So I sucked having chickenpox, and now I might have to worry about shingles when I'm older. That's gonna super suck. I need to get a shingles vaccine. Yeah, there was no chickenpox vaccine, at least not at the age I was at, and so I got it, and I got it really bad. It was probably one of the worst times I was ever sick. I had them down my throat. I couldn't eat for 2 days because I just felt so bad. It was awful. I'm not even free of the problem because, yeah, now I have to worry about shingles. Ah. Oh, I want to go to New Zealand. What? Oh, why did it sting you? No. Ugh. Just one angry bee was just like, screw you in particular. Why would the bee do that? Bee, please, I'm just minding my own business. I must have like shampoo or something that smells particularly offensive, because I feel like often when I'm going to the park, I'll just get like one insect. I don't know if it's a bee or a wasp or it's some kind of flying little guy. I could never tell close enough, but it always starts like harassing me. And I'm like, I am just minding my business. What are you doing? I think shingles is more of a worry if you have had chicken pox. Because what shingles is basically if you have chicken pox and then you recover from it, there is still chicken pox like hiding out in your spine, basically. It hasn't fully gone away, and it can get reactivated as shingles if you get it once you get old enough for it. So I don't think if you have the vaccine, then that's a risk because you never actually caught chicken pox. You just, got yourself antibodied against it. Shingles is scary. I really do need to make an appointment sometime. I think I can do that once I'm in my 40s to get a shingles vaccine. Because shingles is basically chicken pox but worse. Ugh, and I already had it really bad. The bee, no. The bee got rejected in love and was like, I'm just stinging the next thing that comes by. That's you, Buster. Then again, I don't know how bee courting works. Isn't there technically kind of like 3 bee genders? There's worker bees, drone bees, and queen bees. And like whether you can breed or not depends on just, I don't know, I don't remember how it works. I just remember reading, I thought it was fascinating that like bee gender doesn't really work the same way that it does for us because of the kind of insects they are. No, the bee movie, no. I've never seen that actually. Yeah, I basically heard that bee reproduction is kind of weird. It's not how things usually go. And there's technically 3 bee genders. I don't want to see the bee movie. I know what happens. There's the bee and he dates the lady and then he goes on trial. I know all that already. There's so many avenues to hear the beautiful romance between a bee and a human. I don't know, I feel like I can get better bee-human romances on, like, I don't know, Fur Affinity or something. As the joke from the 2010s goes, still a better love story than Twilight. This might not be clear now, but this is supposed to be the placeholder sprite of Chris. So I'm like, hey, what if it's like the, you know, been drowned? The B movie should have consulted Fur Affinity. I'm pretty sure a lot of movies out there should consult Fur Affinity first. Just, you know, figure out how you're covering your bases. Bigger thorax. No, bigger. Chitin affinity. I don't know, I guess all of that stuff gets lumped under Fur Affinity, because it's like, there are some people that are into bug sonas. Next James Bond movie in Fast and the Furious. We have to go to our Fur Affinity consultant. Are they supposed to be bees in Hollow Knight? I thought they were kind of like beetles. Like stag beetles. Are there bees in Hollow Knight? I mean, I know they're like little bug guys, but... Pepperidge Farm remembers. Hollow Knight has all bugs. Okay. Okay, there's a hive of bees. I didn't know what kind of bugs they were. They look kind of like beetles, so that's what I assumed. Okay. They're all bugs. All the time. I guess I should try Hollow Knight at some point. I just feel like I would suck at it, and I don't know if that'd be very entertaining to watch. Precision platforming, not my strong suit. Bugs are like, we're gonna have our own mating rituals, and you can't stop us because we're bugs. With a fungus tribe, like a cordyceps kind of bug going on? Are they controlled by the mighty cordyceps? I remember seeing that on a some David Attenborough thing. It's like, and then the ant is compelled to climb to the top of the stalk and spread the spores. And I'm like, that's freaky. And that cool like 360 drift shot. And it's like, here's all the various bugs that can get cordyceps. I guess that's true. I guess it is possible to suck at a game and still enjoy it. I just often end up thinking, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to stream something, I should enjoy it for one, and also, excuse me, hopefully not suck at it too much, because I imagine that's not very fun to watch. Maybe it is. I feel like it's not fun to get stuck at something. Like, I felt so bad that part of Psychonauts where I, like, was trying to, I don't know, do some kind of leap, and I was just trying over and over. And I couldn't do those stupid leaps, or the ones in, like, the final boss thing. It's like, I have to walk around this fire net, and I can't do it. Ah! I have to jump across buildings in the little Napoleon Tiny Land. Ah! I was bad at it. Another one I gotta do eventually is Psychonauts 2. Okay, what we got left? Oh wow, we're already to here. A little bit of silly Suzelle-ness going on. We might actually be stopping kind of early, because I don't really have much to work on aside from this stuff. Everything else I have to work on is still in early planning stages. The favorite queers. I love the designs in Psychonauts. They're so good. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a little purpley stuff here. My milk is delicious. That it is. I do want to play Psychonauts 2 at some point. Yes, that is on my list of things to play. Just a matter of what and when. I need to figure out what I'm doing next once I finish In Stars in Time, which is going a lot longer than I expected. I thought it'd be like a shorter RPG. It is not. It is a full-blown, long RPG. That kind of happened with Omori, too. I'm like, oh, Omori will be short. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, gross. Ugh. Non-David Attenborough. Exactly. RPGs do be long. I love them, but they do be long. I'm having a lot of fun with In Stars in Time. But I'm like, oh goodness, I'm coming up on part 10. I'm not sure which one I'll do afterwards, because I think the ones that won the poll next are Mother 3 and Disco Elysium. I think Psychonauts 2 was kind of somewhere in the middle. I need to stop soon for a stretch break. Good grief, I had a bunch of other ones on there I wanted to do too. There was like Stray Gods and Outer Wilds. I want to do Outer Wilds at some point. Monkey Island. What's the other ones? I wanted to do Who's Lila? I don't know how long that one takes. Need to check my poll again. I'll probably need some kind of Mother 3 walkthrough, or at least a walkthrough for obtaining a very legal copy of it. The most legal of copies of Mother 3 for the, what was it, Game Boy Advance? What did it come out on? Seaman. I don't know that one at all. Ah, Mother 3 came out this year. Incredible. Very legal. It is the most legal thing. Oh, you know, I better stop and do my stretches, actually. Yeah, it is interesting. It's too bad that they're never, probably never going to officially localize it. That would be really nice. I'm sure there's plenty of interest for it. I mean, heck, they put Lucas and Smash Brothers and all that business. And yet. I guess there's also, some content that might not translate well to Western audiences. Stuff that kind of makes more sense in Japanese culture, but in American culture is like, what the heck's going on here? Huh. Oh, shoot. Wait, references? Huh. I didn't think Mother 3 had a bunch of references to stuff. I figured it's kind of like Earthbound. You make up the brands or towns or whatever it is you're doing. Huh. Oh, the music? Oh, huh. Wait, is there references in the music? What I thought I remember from Mother 3 was the music is really unique. It's kind of got this weird beat stuff to it that you kind of can do a little bit of rhythm game stuff with it. Oh, sheesh. Huh. That I didn't know. Oh, that makes it hard. I think I've heard of Beneath the Steel Sky. That's a long time. Oh, Batman. Oh gosh, that is a legal mess, isn't it? That's a legal mess. Well, in that case, I'll just have to get it through other entirely legal and above board ways. The Beatles! Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles! Cool. Okay. I need to be right back for one more stretch and to get some more water. And all that business. Earl, are you hanging out in your rock? Yes, you are. Whoop. Alright, actually, be right back again. One more thing. One more thing. Alrighty, and we are returning. Okay. So those older games. Huh. Oh, crazy. I would not know much about that. That does sound interesting, at least. She's shedding. More reptile stuff for Susie's. They can definitely come up with some interesting solutions for like AI NPCs and old games. Yeah, I hate when I do that. Wrong. Incorrect. Uh-oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem, it seems like. Peel. Huh. Yeah, I definitely do not know much about Japanese copyright law. Not an area of expertise of mine. I just know that definitely things like doujinshi go over a lot better there than they seem to do here. Lawyer perspective. Okay. She's got some skin in the game. Yes, of course she's gonna eat it. One, Susie eats everything. And two, reptiles in real life actually eat their own sheds quite a bit, so not even that unusual. Because hey, it's free protein. Fruit leather. I feel like it would mostly be kind of like tasteless leather. I don't think it would taste like much, except for, I don't know, have you ever eaten your own skin? Ugh. Okay, that makes sense. Like a stem thing? I mean, I don't think that's the way it is for reptiles normally, but I think most reptiles in real life eat their own sheds because of again, free protein. You can always use some of that if you live in the wild. Oh, for anthros? Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, why not? I love when you have a kid show and it's just like, we got a cool action they do to suit up and prepare for the cool thing. We're gonna reuse that every time. We're gonna make it super cool the first time, and now we've done it. Now we're gonna use it every time. He likes the Japanese Spider-Man? That's good. That is a plus. Susie's like, free snack. Also, I'm just going to copy paste her arm, because that'll be easier. Non-Eldritch Cast jump scare. Yep. Today, we're not doing Eldritch Rune stuff, we are doing some regular stuff. Basically, it's gonna be a little bit before I can get back to Eldritch Rune stuff for streams. I just finished a new script yesterday. Hopefully it's decent. But then I'm also like, okay, I gotta start on ending stuff. And I want to also do the anniversary project. Might start on this week, so a lot going on, but we'll see what is done. What is done when it's done. Yes, I've basically been planning Eldritch Rune ending. The issue with Eldritch Rune ending is that it's going to take a really long time to do, because it is very long. And there are fight scenes and crowd shots and magic effects and like all the things that make a thing take a long time to draw. And it's I don't even know how many parts it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of parts. So I'm like, shoot, how am I going to tackle this? So I'm thinking I'll just kind of chip away at it a little bit at a time while I'm still working on other scenes, because I'm not ready to start it like yet. I've got other scenes I want to do as well to help build up to that. But I did want to at least start on it because, again, it's daunting in terms of work. It's a lot of stuff that happens. So I'm going to try and chip away at it slowly but surely over the next however many years, probably, because I want to finish Eldritch Rune. Probably I will not get to it until after chapters 3 and 4 are out, but I don't want it to be going on when Deltarune finishes, because I want to do a different project when Deltarune's finished. I want to do a canon-based project. They're blowing the effects budget on this. Indeed. They're blowing all the budgets. Location scouting, goodbye. We had to blow up your town. Aw. That's not fair about Spider-Man. So yeah, basically, Eldertrune ending will happen. This is going to take a while. And, actually, if you keep tuning into streams, I might be working on it on streams in the future. And then it'll just be a long time before that actually comes out as a finished product, but you can kind of see it in progress on streams. Secret stream knowledge, indeed. I'm not sure when that'll be. I'll do that sometime in the future, I'm sure. But meanwhile, again, I want to start on Anniversary Project, which I might do some of that on stream as well. And I just yesterday wrote a script for another scene for Eldertrune, which will be a little fight scene. So we'll see how long that one takes to draw. Little fight scenes, little flashbacks. Lancer shows up again finally. Yeah, just with the Anniversary Project, I think, okay, this might take a little while, so I better make sure I set aside time for it. And this will be specifically for Deltarune Anniversary, not Undertale's Anniversary, because I don't have any ideas for an Undertale Anniversary thing. I figured maybe I can do something for the 10th Anniversary next year, but this year, this will be for Deltarune Anniversary. Just something a little bit different than the usual. Kind of practice for future stuff as well. Well, if you keep tuning into streams, you will see what I'm doing. Again, I'll hopefully start on that tomorrow since I will have a little bit of time for it. If everything goes well. I'm just kind of like, oh, I got so much stuff I gotta do. Ah, where do I begin? The projects, they are so many. It might just take a while to do them all. Which at least we'll have some of these little ass doodles in the meanwhile to fill some space. Twitch, get the watch bonus. Twitch, don't be dumb. You need to get bonuses for reasons. I think that I should also do some other stuff for my Twitch streams, but I'm not sure what I should work on. I guess I can work on like some sound stuff, maybe something to do with you know, channel points, just like the clicky button. Everybody likes a clicky button. Alphys, do you like a clicky button? I bet you would if you could click a button. But all you have is a claw. No! Gummy goo! Well, man, now I want a gummy crocodile too. We used to have like those old, well, not old, but those like candy stores where you can just like get bulk candies and stuff in the mall. Now I think they're all gone. Gosh darn it. No, squunched. A gif of Papyrus jumping through a window. Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be ways to like turn the channel points into like, I don't know, a silly thing shows up on stream. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I have to figure that out. Like, I've seen some where it's like you could use channel points to, like, you know, pat the PNG tuber, like give a little head pat, or, you know, flip people upside down, stuff like that. Hey, just like in my Zoom meetings. Sorry. I know that's probably like a neat thing or whatever, but it's just, it's funny because whenever I think of, if you use this emote much, a lot of it will show up in the stream. And it's like, yeah, my Zoom meetings are like that. Yeah, it's more interactive stuff. Hopefully not too distracting, but just like something fun. I just need ideas and how to implement them. That's the hard part. She's like, holy crap. Yeah, spamming with Zoom meeting with emojis to enhance discussion. Well, these are usually for like the really big Zoom meetings where it's like, we're gonna talk about, you know, the projects we're working on at the studio now. And it's like, here's the project, and then you're supposed to like do clap emoji, yay emoji, clap, clap, clap. Look at this cool thing. Because everybody's like muted, so that's your way of showing the thing was cool. Oh yeah, I got plenty of ideas for stuff, but what I mean is like ideas for what to do for stream rewards. That is the stuff that I struggle on. Story ideas, I can't stop on those. As is evidenced by being like, well, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do that, and well, I could do that. I need to do that. I want to do that. I will never run dry on art ideas in terms of like how should I implement this neat thing for Twitch. I'm like, huh. But in terms of art ideas, no, I got those out the wazoo. That's why I don't understand that AI stuff like, this will help you come up with ideas. And I'm like, I don't need that. I need less of that. What are you talking about? I don't need your help, AI. The implementation is the part that's hard. So man, this new chair still has this new chair smell, and it's not necessarily a good one. Ugh. Ugh. Exactly where it's on the screen there. Noelle's thought process. Is this gross or cool? Yes. Yes, it is both of these things, and I will let my Susie brain know. Yeah, ugh, I hate that so much. Honestly, I will switch if, like, Procreate comes out with a desktop version. Or one Susie theme brain cell, exactly. I don't know, she's probably got at least 5 Susie brain cells. Have they eaten my food? Yeah, exactly. It's like, why do I want this? I don't want this. I want to actually do the things that I enjoy. And help you come up with ideas. I don't need help with that. I need help doing my laundry so I can have more time to spend on the things I want to do. And you won't give me a robot that does that anytime soon. So I guess here I am doing my laundry, I hope my laundry gets done soon so that I can go back to doing the art I want to do. That sounds totally realistic. Sure thing. Sounds logical. very based in reality. Susie, or Noelle can't help it. She loves her big buff girl that'll eat her own skin. Who wouldn't, though? Name Al. That makes more sense. I'm guessing it's more the latter. We need more Suzelle in canon. I expect we'll get it. Maybe not next chapter, but eventually. We're on our way there! We just gotta keep going. Some people will disagree, that's true. But, oh well. We get what we get. I do think people are being pretty silly, though, when it's like, oh, Susie doesn't like Noelle back, or, oh, Noelle is, like, deranged, and she's not healthy, and blah. I'm like, come on, guys. Be serious. I wouldn't mind me an Arrow Ace character. Okay, you know who I'd like to see as an Arrow Ace character? Asriel. I think that would be really interesting. Because he's kind of already been built up as like, oh, I'm this, ladies' man, and all the girls love him, and like, blah, blah, blah. I would be down with Arrow Ace Asriel. That would be cool, I think. Ace Real. Yes. Give me Ace Real. Was another good. I like Chris would be a decent option too. I'm down with Ace. I'm down with Ace Chris as well. And that's one of the reasons he's left. It's like I'm being shipped with everybody. I can't deal with this anymore. He leaves for college. We're like, oh man, you're so good with your roommate, Asriel. Asriel's like, oh no, I can't escape it. And if there's one thing I feel like Susie probably is, it's touch-starved. She needs to be touched. No, okay. Oh. Is that how that works for that thing? I don't know about that. Your message got flagged, Soup Spoon. Just as an FYI. Even in quotations. It took me a really long time to figure that out. I literally went to a doctor about it. Because I thought there was something, like, medically wrong with me. And then eventually, my friend was like, hey, have you looked into this Ace thing? And I was like, wait, holy crap. Other people do this? It was an eye-opener. And it's okay if you don't know. There's still plenty of time to figure it out. Everything's wrong with somebody else. I did that thing when I was a little kid when I was like, I was trying to have a crush. Because that was kind of what was expected. It's like, oh, I need to have a crush. Excuse me. I guess I'll have a crush on this boy. Because I like him. I think. Turned out he was gay and I was ace, so. Luckily, nobody's feelings were hurt in the end. Yeah. I do wish that that would be more obvious. It's really kind of exhausting having to argue about it all the time. I understand why he is just be like, okay, I'm stepping away from that entirely. I'm not going to comment on it. But I still wish he would. It'd be nice. Oh, this is a blue mix with some Undertale stuff mixed in. It is on my playlist because I think this is also like this is a Char X song. Hello. See if I can get this in here a little bit better. Yeah, I just want it to be subtle. That'd just be really nice. I know it probably won't happen, but I'd like that. It would make my life, it'd probably make our lives a little bit easier. All until proven otherwise. Indeedly. You can't end up straight or you'll be like Asgore and Toriel, divorced. Oh, hello, Shay. Thank you for coming. I hope you're doing well. She would do this. Yes. I want her to be like, no, don't look at my weird fan fictions. I write Deltarune. I don't know about that. I'd probably screw it up. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoy Doodle. We have many a doodles, as I am trying to fill out stuff to post on Tumblr between comic pages, since I've got a bunch of writing to do for those. Oh shoot, the plush! I should get the plush, shouldn't I? The plush is almost gone. I keep forgetting. I need to get the legally distinct frog plush. Meanwhile, Noelle needs to get some. Actually, let me do most of this. Actually, probably just erase out most of this. Do a little background for it. But I'm almost done with these. I got like one little thing with my fursona to do as well. That was one of the asks. What would the horse famous equivalent be? I feel like you'd have to be a musician for that. Because at least with the Brony fandom, that was musicians. So I don't know, who are the famous Undertale fandom musicians? I'm sure there's plenty out there. Speaking of, I need to find somebody who can do some music for my anniversary project. Yeah, these are for Ask Replies. That's why they're kind of weird out of context. I've got a giant backlog of them that I'm like, okay, I finished the last Deltarune comic, so I can do a few of these, and etc. But like the Brony musicians for MLP, like they played like concerts and stuff like that. They were like really big deals. They got like invited as like guests to cons. In the same vein as like the writers and the voice actors. No, it's not a massive project, but I do need a little bit of music for it. I need some music and sound for it. Yeah, when we're talking horse famous, that's why they got horse famous. They were mini celebrities. It was kind of interesting, honestly, and like I feel like it's deserved because I feel like Brony music is unironically good. Like I unironically like Brony music. I think it's pretty good. A lot of it is anyway. Yeah, that's true. I guess if it's the horse famous equivalent for Undertale, it's if you do a really good fan game. So Undertale Yellow, TS Underswap, stuff like that. That would make logical sense. Sadly, I cannot program. So, comics it is. And I do need to play TS Underswap, but I really wanted to wait until the whole thing was done. So I'm wondering if I should, I don't know, maybe I should do just what's out so far. I don't know. I tried to learn. I got blah 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 Game Maker a while back, and I was like messing around with it and trying to learn it, and it was cool. It wasn't that hard to learn, but it was just I don't know. It was pretty time consuming, which is hard when you're an adult. And water. And my problem with any kind of like programming sort of stuff is that like if I run into a roadblock, I kind of panic and I'm like, what do? I don't know. I guess I'll die. And not very helpful for getting through you know, programming blocks, of which there are plenty. Yeah, time limits I think are kind of more the issue. It's like, okay, I only have so much time to do stuff. And just, it sucks that, like, as you get older, it's like, I have less time to, like, learn new things. When you're younger, it's like, oh, I can just learn this thing. I've got time for that. And when you're an adult, you're like, my time for hobbies, where has it gone? I have to go to the store and buy a new computer chair and assemble it like I did today. I've considered that in the past because there were other projects that were not really fan projects, they were more original projects that I wanted to do. Like, I really wanted to, like, make an RPG, an original RPG in the past. I had a lot of art for it and writing plan for it. Didn't quite get off the ground, though. I think it probably was too ambitious, unfortunately. Like, I never even got to, like, the prototype stage of that. But I liked the characters for it. There were some cool characters for that game idea. Had like this like military dolphin. He was like this basically, you know, horrible, you know, big buff military guy, like a space marine, but he was like a dolphin, so he spoke and he like swore a lot in ocean puns. So he'd be like, God damn it! What the fluking ship are you doing? Stuff like that. Yeah, that was a number of years back. It just never quite got off the ground. Honestly, any game is an impressive feat. I'm impressed by every game. They're all impressive. That's my problem. I would need to start with like a Toby Fox kind of like, you know, just learn how to mod something first. That's probably a good starting point. And I haven't really tried anything like that. Everything is valuable. You gotta do what you want to do. Yeah, I've never even tried modding. Modding sounds fun, though. Like, theoretically, I should be able to do that. I at least way back in the day, I learned how to, like, model and texture and stuff like that. But I haven't done it in such a long time. I probably need to relearn in, like, Blender and stuff like that. And I can do some basic sprite work, like with, you know, Anthrofractal's has... It's not really sprites, it's just more pixel art than sprite work, actually. Severe corn problems. They are subsumed by the corn. Monsters of the corn. Dun dun dun. I think once I finish coloring this guy, it might be time to stop. One, because I don't really have anything else to work on, unfortunately, that I can share. And two, I gotta call my dad, because it's Father's Day, and I need to call him and be like, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. Timing. Usually the afternoon streams go for a while, but yeah, I don't have much else in the way of art stuff to share. I am just in the middle of a lot of planning stages now. I'm like, okay, I got to plan next Deltarune comic, then Deltarune ending, which I've been working on quite a bit, and then the anniversary project. So a bunch of stuff is in early stages. Hopefully the next Deltarune comic will be fun, though. We'll be dealing stuff with Task Manager. Call my dad on stream. I don't think I want to do that. That might be kind of awkward. I'd like to be able to talk about whatever I want with my dad for Father's Day. Yeah, Task Manager. Hopefully it won't be too ambitious of a part, because the last few parts were like, I don't know, like 30 pages long. So there's like 3 parts all in one, but I'm like, okay, let's do something a little smaller. Like have them versus Task Manager. Say hi to 11 strangers I brought with me. You'd be like, hi, strangers. My dad is a cool guy, but I don't think he would know what to do on a stream. Also, he might still be sick and recovering, so I don't want to... Like, I need to check and see if he's recovered from being sick. We want all fathers to hear, I brought 11 strangers with you. I got you more children. He's like, oh boy, more mouths to feed. Now all his children are grown up and half of them are married. Not me, though. But yeah, I want to do a something with Task Manager. Maybe I should try and tackle the Jevil battle, but that's going to be kind of hard. I want to do a scene with Undyne and Alphys. And one where they meet Caddy and Jockington. Although the problem is I still don't know if I should wait until we see something for that in canon, because I still think Caddy and Jockington might show up as party members. Plenty to do. I gotta just take stuff one step at a time or I'm gonna get overwhelmed. But meanwhile, here is a pat, 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 pat. Just a pat, pat, pat. I'm coloring the Griff. This is also a Tumblr ask, but I thought, oh, we'll give this one a little bit of color with the fursona. With the fursona. Alphys, are you still out? Yes, you are. You're sitting on your little rock. She's just watching. She's been out a little bit more often. She's been up on her log. Now she's on her little rock. Alright, thanks a bunch for coming. Hope the rest of your day is good. Yeah, I'm also going to be stopping as soon as I finish this one. Because I'm out of stuff to draw. No. Okay, I've been hearing about Indigo Park. Is that kind of like a... Like, what's that? What's going on with that? Is that a... Am I reading that right? Is that like a analog horror kind of thing? Or what's Indigo Park? What's that about? I've seen mention of it, but I haven't really grasped what's going on aside from raccoon character. So I don't know anything. Okay, mascot horror. Interesting. That could be interesting. I know mascot horror is a little bit probably feels a little bit overused, but I think there's still space to make that interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are burnt out on mascot horror, and I don't know, maybe there's like this goodness gracious, distrust of it after, like, I don't know, Garden of Bonbon. But, like, I think if you're aware that, like, hey, I'm making a mascot horror and I'm trying to do something new with it, you could potentially do something cool there. But, okay, that answers my question of what is it? It's mascot horror. Okay. So is it a game kind of mascot horror? I guess it would have to be. I don't know. Has anybody tried mascot horror for... Well, I guess, like, Walden Files is kind of like a mix of analog horror, mascot horror. Is it trying to be based off of anything? Because, like, the vibes that I got from just seeing the raccoon characters, like, oh, Ricky Raccoon, like those old magazines they used to have when I was a kid. I think it was Ricky Raccoon anyway. They were like these little magazines. We would get them. There might have been a TV show too. And it was like, care for your local parks and environment and stuff like that. So that could be interesting to do as a mascot horror. Potentially. Oh, Disneyland theme parks? Okay. That's kind of... Now I'm kind of sad. That would have been kind of cool to do like Ricky Raccoon mascot-based horror. Maybe that's too obscure though. Does anybody remember Ricky Raccoon? Maybe it was called something else. I don't know. They were like... Abandoned theme parks are spooky. But I would be really interested in seeing some kind of horror around, what would I call it? If it's too obscure, people will think you're original. No. Oh. I'm trying to decide what genre you'd even put, like, Ricky Raccoon into. It was kind of like Smokey the Bear kind of stuff, but, I don't know, a little nicer. It felt like kind of highlights for kids a bit. It was just like, you know, magazines and pamphlets and little booklets on, like, this is how you take care of, you know, the environment and your natural parks and stuff like that. I had a bunch of those magazines when I was a little kid. Deltarune, reference my weird, obscure nostalgia stuff. Do it. Along with the cereal commercials. Yeah, I can watch videos of that, but I don't think I would do it myself. Okay. Oh, I probably forgot to do my stretches, but that's okay. But yeah, we tackled all the stuff I was gonna do. I was like, oh, this might take too long. Nope, just zoomed right through it. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop now. And ouch, ooh, hit my knuckle. And I probably should, because, I need to call my dad for Father's Day. And make dinner. And then hopefully I can also, poke in on some more of stuff. And next time, maybe, I'll be working on the anniversary project. You can see how I'm doing with that. I'd like to start it tomorrow. So yeah, there will be more stuff later. And of course there will be more in Stars and Time on Friday. I'll try and go through that a little bit faster if I'm able to, but I've been taking my time with it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream and chatting with me about weird things and listening to that cricket not shut up. And yeah, I'll be doing more stuff next time. I super appreciate you being here. And I hope that your day is good. And yeah, all the stuff that I worked on today, that'll slowly go up on Tumblr, like, dispersed over the next few weeks, just to have some art to share there while I work on other stuff. So yeah, thanks a bunch for coming to the stream, guys. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Sweet. Alright. And see you later.